Happy Friday and happy summer. Eric Bible with the Bible team at Neil Home Loans. And in that summer vibes, I've got my summer gear on. Hopefully you're all enjoying the beautiful summer weather that Southern California is offering. And if you're not in the Southern California spirit, I'm sorry. But with that, let's jump into it. Yes, it was a short week. We had weaker retail sales and another bridge loan for the win. So who doesn't like a short week? It appears the market doesn't necessarily like it. As we start today, the 30-year fixed is up from last week, 6.98, marginally at 7.02 to kick off the day. And where, yes, there's some anxiety with interest rates nudging in the wrong direction, what we're seeing from a data standpoint with cooling inflation, weaker retail sales, and the all-important PCE, personal consumption expenditures report expected next Friday, there's a lot of things that we can be hopeful and grateful for. So let's dive into it. First and foremost, retail sales. Now, retail sales is the conglomerate of all spending at the consumer level. So all dollars poured into the economy for goods and services. May was expected to show a 0.2% increase. Instead, we saw it rise by 0.1, bringing the year-over-year average to 2% on a year-over-year basis from the year prior. More importantly, the month prior, so April, we saw a revision where retail sales actually declined by negative 0.3%. Now, why is this important? Why would this have impact to rates, the Fed, mortgages? Well, as we know, retail sales account for 70% of GDP. GDP, gross domestic product, is the total output of our nation from a growth standpoint. The consumer dictates a lot of that. And if we're seeing a decline in discretionary spending and spending shifting to just essentials, it's a signal to the market that, hey, things are slowing down. As we saw, the second read for GDP last month decline from quarter one. It tells a story to Wall Street, the investors, the Fed, that where, yes, at face value, we see, inflation still above where we want it to be, that 2% target. Jobs show an increase in strength and unemployment still being low. The fact that the consumer is starting to pull back and make tough decisions on where they're spending their dollars, Fed is going to be put into a hard position. Now, again, I'm not telegraphing that we're going to see a rate cut here in the next month or the Fed's going to pivot, at a dime's notice. But all of this data is now starting to build up. And we're starting to see, holes and cracks appear in other facets of the economy where it's going to become a situation where the Fed is forced to make a decision. So definitely time will tell, but we'll take, yes, this short week, and yes, interest rates moving back above that all-important 6 threshold into the 7 mark. We're going to run with it. We're going to take it. We're going to wait. We're going to bask in it, and it's going to be okay. So the last thing I want to conclude with is, yes, another bridge loan. And yes, I know I sound like a broken record, but the amount of calls myself and my team are receiving on this product tells me that there is massive need in market for this exact product. So again, this week, Monday, we received a call from a past client, referral from a good agent of ours that wanted to downsize. They found a home that hit all the buckets, but it was before, Eric, we're apprehensive to pull the trigger as all of our down payment is tied up in our home and we have to sell before we buy. But as we know, this home that we want to buy will not accept a contingent offer, as the activity on it, the demand for that house is robust. So after, some quick discussion, further review, it was determined that this client would be a prime candidate for our bridge financing, the ability to purchase the new home prior to selling. And again, as I've said in the past, bridge loans can be expensive. They are expensive. We recently introduced a new program that is significantly less from a bridge perspective cost than the industry average. So this program allowed, after reviewing, identifying, and qualifying all within a few hours span, we were able to make an all cash offer on the new property. And guess what? They're in escrow and closing in 12 days, and they're going to sell their home after they move into this new home. So I bring this up again as I know the market is in need of this product. If you're coming across clients that are wanting to make a move but feeling like they can't, these are the clients we want to speak to. If you need help around scripting, reach out. We want to help. We know this product is a game changer in putting transactions together where transactions were not before. As always, make it a fantastic Friday and an even greater weekend. Thank you.